part 2 of this video, I am going to teach you how to make some of these beautiful mini books, especially these ones, so that you can make these for gifts for any occasion, or if you're an author, you can probably start by making your own franchise products by learning how to make these.
Welcome to part 2 of this video, and I'm not going to show you my face at the moment. It's because it's a mess, but I can show you my mermaid pajamas. Yay! So yes, I would like to show you my really mini station and show you what other ingredients we need for today's tutorial. So here in this box there are a bunch of stuff that I've collected throughout the years relating to DIYs. These are in fact doll clothings. But yeah, these are things that we might come across or we might need at the end of decorating our mini book, so that can be a side. And then we have these. These are my favorite. These are tapes, different tapes with different patterns. I have these patterns with this one. If you have seen my collection, you will have seen this pattern in one of my mini books. We might need it for decorating the books. There's also this tape. This one has also been used as well. So if you're interested in my paper tape collection, do comment below so I could, I could do a collection of this. I do have a lot. And then we have glue, definitely. This glue is the best for sticking papers together. And then we have this. I think in one of my old DIY videos I've mentioned this. This is like glossing that you will put at the end of the product to make it sparkly, but also to protect texture, not easily being damaged by water. And then here we have cardboard papers that I've collected. Not a lot, but I do not like to buy cardboard papers because I feel like in daily life products you can always find them, and it's tend to be more environmentally friendly. And because you cover up these cardboards, it doesn't matter if there are words. Now for the first step, I've set everything aside, leaving just 3 items on my table, with first my pencil, the ruler, and the drawing paper that I'm going to use for making the interior pages of my mini book. Okay, for the first thing you have to do is to measure. Well, I will probably, since I'm making the smallest book, I will simply just use this height of the ruler as the page's height, so it's easier for me to measure, to get an accurate measure without worrying that I might miss a few cms. And once again, make sure that you're with the right size and you're making one straight line. So once you have this one here, all you have to do is a pair of scissors. So you have to cut it out. Just that simple. Alright, so you will have this string of paper, one straight paper here. And the thing you have to do next is to fold the paper. So with the edge of this paper, fold it till the end. And then form half. So fold it into half first. So to make it perfect, I would use the scissors, the back, to smoothen out. In fact, there are special tools where you use a cow's bone or wooden stake to flatten it, but I do not have those tools, and I don't think a lot of people would have those tools. So I would suggest you to use simply something metal or something that helps you to flatten the paper perfectly when you fold the paper. So you can see it's perfectly folded. And then next, you continue to use the edge of here, and then you fold again. So with the same method, just smoothen it out, straighten it, make it smooth, give it pressure, and then so that it will look like this. So we'll continue to do the same step with the edge here to continue to fold. And then fold. Okay. You need a little bit force with this because it's quite thick here, but you will end up have this size for your book. Now after that, having this all fold, spread it out again. Okay, so you can probably see very faint lines. Okay, very faint lines are being folded. These are marks for you to know when you will be folding the papers together to form pages inside the book. Alright, so it looks like this. Now the next step is just simply, okay, for this one, you just simply do this to fold inside. And of course, I will also smoothen it out. Of course, this one you have to match it with the print, the folding print that you see on here. So you'll make sure the pages are with the same size. So once again, when you make sure, just flatten it out. And for the next page, you skip this. You do not fold this, okay? You skip this, and then you allow it to fold. So as you can see, if you look at here, the size is a bit bigger. So I would try to make it back into the same size. Okay, and then once it did, straighten it out again. Okay, this is the second page. It will like this. 1, 2. This is the second page. You can see. Okay, and then we'll continue to do that. And you'll have something like this. You feel like the pages are not enough, you could in fact make another stack. Okay, to make another stack, you can repeat the first step, and I can show you how to stick those two together. So after repeating first step for 2 times, you should have 2 stacks of paper like this. And when you combine them, it should look like this, with this thickness, which is a normal thickness with normal size books. So yes, to put this 2 together, you will of course need a very important tool, which is glue, of course. And as mentioned, use this kind of glue. Will be the perfect for sticking papers tight against each other. And I do have a secret weapon of how to apply the glue. I do not just simply put it. I have a secret tool, which is a brush. Yes, you do have a brush, and in fact this is a eyeshadow brush that I've been used for glue for several times. It's quite hardened, but it's fine as long as it's something that helps you to flatten the glue later on. To smoothing out, I would choose one side here. So this is like this side, right? Okay, this side. So for the other, I will choose another side that has a similar feature, which is one page, and then stick together so the pages that stick together would not be really, really thick at the end. So when combined, it looks like this. Okay, so it's in the process of drying, so I'll put aside a bit, but I will show you this is the interior pages of the mini book. So each pages are quite well. I have a second step later on for the stuff, but for now we'll put it aside to hopefully to let the 2 pages that will stick together to dry a bit. Now, as for the cardboard, there isn't really a requirement to what kind of cardboards that you can use. It can be just a card, a promotion card from a Limesh shop, or you find packagings like this from, I don't know, from a drawing. Any packagings that you find in boxes. I have chose this. I don't know. This is some kind of hotline kind of promotion card that I found at home. So I just simply use it. I've used this from a previous mini book, so I will continue to use it. Did not go to waste. And so one thing about doing this is when you make the cover, when you measure the cover, do not simply just do the same size. As you can see, even for the pages, there's still some of the there's still some pages that are like out of. It's not in the same size, perfectly in the same size, because this is not made out of machine. So for me, I would not use the same size. I would not make a same size book cover for my books. I will make one with slightly bigger, and so I will probably move it up a bit. Yeah, something like that. To leave a space for those pages that might not meet the requirements. So in fact, the space that you have left here is for the upper and down as well. These are like spaces left for the upper area and the lower area. I just have a line here, drawn here, and then it's time to cut it again. So based on the line. So we do not use the entire piece of paper. What we need next is to measure around how large do we need for the cover. And then draw a line so I can know where I want to put my book, like around what size for the cover. Okay, around this. Right, you have this. And I will just simply cut it out first because it's quite important. Cut it out first. Right. And then the second thing I would do is match this with this. So it will be the same. So once again, match this. Draw it. Okay, we'll draw it here. And then cut it. Okay, around this. Right, then you have the 2 covers ready. Now, for this one, do not throw it away because you will use it for the binder, like the size, around how big you have to make. So this smaller triangle, the smaller rectangular will be the back, like the spine. The spine, you will have to make the spine as well. So for the cardboard, you will end up with 3 things: 2 covers and 1 spine. And then the next step would be to make a cover for it first, the first cover. I would not immediately give it a beautiful cover, but at least I will put it on a white piece of paper. What you have to do is later on use glue to stick these 3 here. Remember, when you stick these 3 cardboards, first do not put them against each other. Okay, do not put it too near to each other. Of course, leave it some space, something like that. And then do not stick this cardboard to the edge, or do not cut it too near to the edge. Right, so you have something like this, right? Something like this. So the thing you have to do next is fold this, okay? Fold the 2 edges first. Okay, why? Because the next thing you're gonna do is to cut it off. Yep, it's cruel, but you've got to cut it off. The next thing you have to do left is just to fold everything, like this one. Fold. Similar fold, and of course you apply glue after folding it. Right, you should have something like this, and when you put it together, it will look like something like this. Okay. For the third step, you have to decorate this. Okay, you have to decorate inside, outside. So, I think for the cover, I would probably use this for the cover. I forgot to print it for this tutorial, but yeah, you can definitely print out your book covers, including the spine, the cover, and then just stick it on here so you can make little products of your book, accessories of your book inside. Or you can just simply draw stuff on it. So yeah, for little kids, you can definitely draw your stuff and create your own book cover. But for now, I'll just use this tape here. If I see a line, normally I would just put on names to cover it up to kind of blur the line, the obvious lines on here. But for now, it looks like this. Okay. Alright, when this is finally dried, the thing you need to do is to stick the pages at the back. Like, you remember that's the back, right? How can you distinguish? Well, now I will help you how to distinguish it. So, first, choose one side. I would probably choose this. So this is our pages where they both stick together, right? I would choose this is the back and this is the front. Why? And then for the back, you will need to do stuff like the following. So, you can find the back first. Leave out this page. Okay, this is the back. Leave out this page and start with this. So what you have to do is add in glue, right? And then once again, smooth it out. You don't want to, and then stick it to the next page so that this page in the front will become one. Okay, this page is the front, this is at the back, this have to stick together. And let's continue. Once again, stick at the back. Alright, once you did it, you leave this page here, you know what to do, why. But for now, if you look here, after sticking it in the front, you have something like this. Okay, so it's a bit sticky after applying glue at first, so you have to let it out for drying. But yeah, it looks like this. It doesn't like... Ooh, so it looks like this. Okay, and this is the back. This is the back. So once it's dry, you should have something. So the next is to put it, to stick this interior into here, so it will look like this. So when it's closed, when it's opened, so you can see, that's why you have to leave some space. So what I have to do is to make a same size page this time. So this one, since I already know, around the same size, I put it here, give a straight line, give a mark. Okay, you have to match. Okay, this is the only thing that you have to match. And then here. And then simply apply glue onto it. Ooh. Flatten it a bit. Okay, and then now place this. Of course, with this, Okay, stick it. Okay, can you see? Stick it, stick it. Now, what is left is stick it onto here. So, once again, use the same glue on this page, and this page, and also the spine as well. Okay, everything. After it dry, it looks like this, but this is not enough, okay, because it might fall off. So to do that, I would once again use tape to secure it. So I will use this tape instead as the interior. What I did is something like this. Just simply stick it. And I will probably decorate a bit. So I'll show you the final result. But yeah, probably this is somehow like this. I don't know what I will put in this little book here, but probably it will be a story. So for the last step, it's suggested, not really a must, is to use gloss. This is, as I mentioned in my wand video, it's like nail gloss. The best thing about this is that it will make it harder for the colors to decay, or it's like it will not risk like when there's water.